Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin. The Irish Spaghetti Podcast. Like and subscribe. Please enjoy the show.
Born for greatness, but separated by birth, they have found each other once more. They will hunt, tracking game like a Cherokee Indian. No girls allowed. A complete rebuke of the feminine man paradigm. With great penis comes great responsibility. Look out, world. Real men are back. Total badasses. There will be guns. There will be violence. Step aside, John Wick. On December 7th, get ready for Irish Spaghetti. Eat shit and die.
Yes. Oh wait, I'm screaming.
I'm gonna rip your head off and shit down your neck.
Am I fucking this up?
No. I can cut anything, dude. This is all gonna be gold.
You could cancel me out in the background anyway, right? Okay.
This is fucking hilarious, man. Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. We're your hosts, Billy G, Nikki P. Nick, how are you?
I am very, very well today. We have some breaking news for you guys. We have some new, what do I even want to call that?
Opening montage?
We have an opening montage that's going to be dropping, and we also have a side project that we worked on. It's, I don't want to give it away. So you're going to see that probably tonight or tomorrow morning, but that's why we weren't able to put out more than one episode last week, because we were running around town gallivanting about and shooting ridiculous footage for our new little opening montage there. It's hysterical.
Honestly, we took a red eye to Paris. I'm exhausted, but we're doing it all for you guys. We wanted to make sure that, we really make this thing cool. We
Just
really
flew in
make
from
it-
Paris, and boy, are my arms tired.
I've never heard that.
Do the Jim Carrey. But no, we had a lot of fun shooting it last week. Shout out to my homegirl Dahlia for doing the camera work. Thank you very much. She did a phenomenal job.
She was cool, man.
And we had a good time.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
We almost got arrested. We went to a couple of parks to shoot some footage, and we're just like running around as full-grown adults with little kids and shit.
Well,
It
take
was
it
fun.
like this. We literally had to. Little girls came over to use the swings, and we had to look at them hey, we're kind of using this, and then we decided to just walk away.
I could see the parents from 100 yards away just staring to make sure that we weren't creeps.
Yeah, and you'll see how we were dressed too. We're not just two other guys at the park that had no business being there. It was we were dressed to the nine and all that.
We looked
crazy.
like a problem.
Yeah,
we looked like pedophiles, basically.
Yeah, it was,
Let's just call it what it is.
I mean, and I wasn't even there by myself this time.
We were literally playing on the swing set and shit as full-grown men.
Yeah, you always see the work that we put in. But it turned out so great, man. We were kind of looking at some of the final cut just a little bit ago. Turned out really cool. You'll see it before long.
Put the finishing touches on it right before we shot this episode, actually.
Yeah.
So a few days in the making. We're kind of expanding our horizons and doing new projects that we didn't know if we could do for sure or not. So you're going to see some more editing, some more effects, things like that. It's going to kind of increase in quality as we go.
Well, I think this opens the door for skits.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's actually one of our dreams. We want to run around and do sketches and skits eventually. So we kind of did a mediocre dry run version of that, but it's hilarious. For our first time doing it, I think it turned out very, very well. Let us know what you think.
And this is Las Vegas. Like, there's costume shops and like everything. You know what I mean? We literally have whatever we want to like do these things.
There's an endless amount of shit that we could do here in Las Vegas. I mean, if you go to the Strip, it's like a clown world show already, so people won't even stop us. We could literally dress up like Batman and run down the street, jumping over people. No one's gonna say a word. We can do anything we want. Look at the free show that already exists there, man. They're not gonna stop us.
For real. They would ask to take a picture with us, and that's about it, you know.
But yeah, we've been working hard on that, so we're actually kind of wiped after this week.
Yeah,
we put a lot into it, man.
Yeah, man. I've been wiped anyway, though, man.
Yeah?
I'm on. Well, I don't want to say. You know how you don't want to jinx shit. Not that I don't believe in any jinx. You know,
clearly you
like
kind of do.
Yeah, but it's.
There's a small part of you, Billy G.
That I actually brought it up. You know what I mean? But
just say it then.
All right, so I've been dieting and working out, man. Like,
congratulations.
Like fucking crazy.
Very, very good.
And being real, honestly, most importantly is just health, and it's like I try to make it like as simple as possible. Here's it is. I'm not eating any sugar and I'm not eating any fast food. And if it's up in the air or at all hesitant, if like whether like, you know, is that good? Is that?
I'm just call it a no.
No, it's a no.
That's the smart way to do it.
Not frozen yogurt, not anything like that. Sugary fruits. I don't want to eat pineapple. I'll eat apples and stuff like that, but I don't want to eat pineapples. A little too much sugar and stuff like that. I'm going to make this as simple as possible.
You can eat as much fruit as you want and never gain a pound. When I tell people
even
how
with
to train,
that though.
Well, the thing is that like the fruit that's in sugar is a natural sugar that you process differently than refined sugars. It's actually not bad for you at all. It won't do anything to you.
Look at those Samoans that eat
they're just genetically different.
So no matter what they were gonna.
And also, it's not just a pineapple. They're also eating a whole fucking roasted pig with an apple in its mouth afterwards.
They were eating pineapple, fried pineapple, baked pineapple.
And the apple from the pig's mouth. I'm sorry for getting Sarah Marshall when he kills it.
Yeah, there was years ago there was a fight on the Strip. It was some Hawaiian Day festival. I mean, if you guys remember this, but a fight broke out. And it was a bunch of Hawaiian Samoans.
They're
and
terrifying.
Like 20 of them. And they're dude, I mean, throwing these monstrous blows at each other. And I remember seeing the cops standing about 10 feet back. It was like this big black cop and this woman cop, and they were standing back. And the reason why is because it was pretty much like, let them tire themselves out, and then we'll go with it. Yeah,
it's like
are you gonna go in there and get hurt for no reason? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you trying to break up two silverback gorillas.
Exactly.
From you're just gonna die in the process, dude. And that's not bullshit. My brother, he used to work at Home Depot a long time ago. He was on the night shift restocking the shelves and all that. And there was a guy that worked there. I met him. His name was Sal, Samoan guy. And he was I'd say about like 5'8" to 5'10". Not a giant guy, but he was wide, like crazy. He was like as wide as three people standing shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
And I remember I shook his hand, and it literally felt like a vice grip, and he wasn't even trying. And my brother told me when they work at night, they have these bundles of rebar that come in. And I don't know if you've ever seen them. Like they're all packaged in one bundle, and they're tall, right? And they weigh about like 500-600 pounds for each bundle, and usually like 2 or 3 people of them would have to go and like put it. You already know.
Yeah, I got you.
He would grab them by himself and just stack them in the shelves, 500 pounds of rebar, like it was nothing. Absurd.
And then he'd start eating them, and they go, Sal, come on, lunch is in 20 minutes, big guy. Come on now.
He's chewing rebar,
he's eating the rebar, like.
He bends it into a pretzel and then eats it.
And then to let you know if he's gonna finish or not, it's just a series of grunts. He goes, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, it was crazy. If you really want to see what a Samoan guy who's trained is capable of, look up highlights of David Tua.
Yeah,
you remember David Tua?
Dude,
terrifying! Yeah. I love David Tua.
Well, because that's the only thing they do very well in the NFL, but you never get a lot of them like really trained
for
you
know fighting
what I mean?
specifically.
Yeah. Like you got Mark Hunt, who was pretty much
he's dope,
he was
dude.
Fantastic.
I like
that
him.
Bleached blonde hair, just going out there in that knockout power. It's like,
funny. Like his parents probably almost named him Mike.
Yes. What were they thinking? But no, but
they really missed an opportunity. Man, Mike Hunt.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. They didn't even get it. You know why? Because even if they would be like, Mike, no, it still sounds like Mike Hunt. Brother.
Where's Mike Hunt?
Mike Hunt, brother, Mike Hunt. So it's like it doesn't sound like it, but it still sounds like it.
It's hilarious.
Mike Hunt, brother.
Mike Hunt.
Yeah, yeah, man, he was great though, dude. That was so. You know what I always think? This is so stupid, but like with Hawaiian people in sports, like obviously there's like plenty of amazing ones, but I always think of Shallow Hal when Jack Black was talking to Jason, or he was uncomfortable with those guys, and she's like introducing him, and she's he's like, you're Hawaiian? He's like, yeah. And then Jack Black makes an uncomfortable story because like he's like these two good looking guys. He's kind of like, not very like confident, and he'd see two good looking guys, and they're standing there, and he goes, I knew this Hawaiian guy that went out for hockey in high school. It was funny as shit.
That's all he says. He just bombs. I don't remember that scene. That movie was good.
They were real polite about it too. They're like, oh.
Was the scene where she breaks the chair and he's like, what is this chair made out of?
Steel.
Steel. That movie was dope, man.
She's like, remember, he's like, oh, hold on. Were you saying when I don't want to like jump on it?
No, do it.
I like when they were talking in the car, and he's like, you look just like your mother. She's like, really? People say I'm the spitting image of my father. It was that fucking ugly.
Oh, yeah.
So you have no idea what
I forgot about that. That movie
terrible.
was good, man.
Love that movie, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you see, like, what's the problem, right?
Honestly, I would like never fix me.
Yeah.
I could be truly happy finally.
Oh my
because
God.
All those women, and this is a fact of life. Look, the uglies, they got better personalities and they got better character. They just do. Because it's just like a kid. Like if you're spoiled, you're gonna have a worse personality. Hot women are usually spoiled, and you get a spoiled person. That's all it is. It's as simple as that.
And I don't give a shit what everybody else thinks. I'm looking at what I'm looking at.
Dude, if I look at you and you're beautiful to my eyes, who gives a shit? Who cares?
Yeah.
You're a winner.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
What is that curse? I need to learn that curse, man.
It was go to Tony Robbins. I didn't know curse. That's a Tony Robbins.
Oh, that's right,
mother.
the Tony Robbins.
Demons, get out! So
Tony Robbins is a giant person.
Listen, we're gonna find him in some office building. You're gonna go on an elevator with him, and I'm gonna shut the power down. And then you'll get it, dude. You explain to him, you know what I mean?
Like, how do I look?
Yeah. Demons, get out! All right, baby. Let's check the docket here, man. Nick.
Docket, let's go. What do we got?
All right, man. So I've seen Ben Stiller in the news lately.
Really?
Yeah. All right. So like when people run out of shit to cancel, they'll just start bringing up old shit, right? Like, isn't that like, you know what I mean? Ben Stiller created Tropic Thunder. I think he wrote it, if I'm not mistaken. He might have written and directed, but I know he wrote it.
Did he really?
Yeah.
One of the greatest comedies ever made.
Ever.
No one even disagrees with that.
Yeah, and it touched on so many good things, like even Jack Black making fun of Eddie Murphy and like the range of his acting abilities, going, and doing stupid fart jokes and stuff like that.
Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, because remember he had Jack Black.
Oh, that's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, yes.
They were poking fun of everything. It was really good. It was like. The reason why nobody said anything back then is because back then, that was before the cancel culture. People were just laughing at stuff if it was funny, or they wouldn't laugh if it wasn't. That was just kind of like
Didn't Robert Downey Jr. win an award for that role?
He sure as shit did.
All right, so you can't get mad at Ben Stiller. You have to get mad at all of Hollywood because they agreed, supported it, and gave him accolades and awards for it.
Collectively got together and said, this guy deserves something for this work, which, by the way, he did.
It's one of the most hilarious... The late greatest of all time, Patrice O'Neal, was talking about it on O&A, and he was praising that role and how fucking funny it was. He was saying that it was one of the funniest things he's ever seen. Giant black dude, cool as shit, man. Just a reasonable guy. I wish he was still alive. We need him today.
I wish Patrice O'Neal. I think Patrice O'Neal was headed for much bigger things.
Oh,
I know he's very hard to work with, but I think as far as Bill Burr went, I think Patrice would have been right next to him.
No, he would have been above him.
Yeah,
there's not a comedian that exists on earth that has ever met him that says that he wasn't the best comedian of all time, including Louis C.K. was on was it Brian Callen's podcast? He did a circuit recently because he's putting out a new movie or something with Joe List. Yeah. But he was talking about Patrice and Louis C.K. No one can dispute that he's easily top 3. Greatest comedians of all time, no bullshit.
Most original.
And he said Patrice was the greatest comedian he's ever seen.
Yeah, he really was. He was something. He died of diabetes, like I think.
Yeah, he had a stroke.
8, right? 9. Well, 9 then, right?
Yeah,
maybe 10. But yeah, that was like right around the time. Whatever.
Tragedy.
I remember one of the last things he did was the roast of
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah,
and that was great.
And then he was so good, man. God, he was so good. But yeah, man. So they went to Tropic Thunder. They're going to Ben Stiller. They're trying to cancel Ben Stiller. Now, Ben Stiller has just like, what an amazing dude this dude is. But so they asked him, they kind of corner him and they start asking him, the press, whatever, starts asking questions. They're like, well, do you feel a certain type of way about that movie? Do you apologize for anything? Maybe it was insensitive. Maybe those jokes were a little.
We got to start leaning in. He should have looked at the camera like, it's my fucking bloody masterpiece. The best thing I've ever made.
He said, I'm so proud of it.
Good for him. Yes.
He said, I'm so proud of my work. Yes. Proud of my work and everybody that worked on it. I mean, good God. And by the way, Robert Downey Jr., man,
killed.
One of the biggest throwaway lines of that movie, but I remember I could not stop laughing is when the kid was behind him talking about like tech stuff or video game stuff, and he's like behind him, and Robert Downey Jr. kind of like gives like a side look to the left, and he like double takes it. He's like, "You've been talking to me this whole time."
I don't remember.
So
I just remember when he
dude.
calls him out for the theme song of the Jeffersons. He's like, "Don't mean it ain't true."
Yes.
That shit is gold. And then like when they're actually in the war and the movie's not even being filmed, he still won't break character.
Yes.
He still does it anyways.
Oh man, his entire message to that was just how silly actors are, the shit that they want, like the stuff that they want when they're on set, all the ridiculous requests in their trailers.
TiVo, was it?
Yeah, like TiVo was in his contract. I'm sure that's a story from some movie that Ben Stiller did a lot of, where one of the people wanted this or something like that. You know what I mean? I mean, good God, man, you take all these big Hollywood babies and stuff like that, and you just outed all of it in a movie. It was
Gold.
so good,
Gold.
Man. So
again, one
good.
of the best comedies ever made.
And then Jack Black tied up to that tree. He's like, listen, I will literally suck your dick, work the balls, craft the shaft, and swallow the gravy.
One of my favorite things in that whole movie is Ben Stiller when he shoots his machine gun and he's like, he does the handout. He's like, he drops to like one knee. Dude, it's hilarious. It's so over the top dramatic.
Oh, that was so good, man. Yeah, but he refused to bend the knee. Good for him, man.
Good for him. That's what we need to have nowadays. People, I think we're coming around.
Yeah.
I really do. I feel at ease. I think we're coming around.
Yeah. And it's usually the quiet ones. Like, you don't really hear any type of like political message from Ben Stiller ever. He's just kind of, does something. But when they asked him about it, he didn't break. He didn't say, he didn't cross over and go, well, there might.
I've grown a lot since then.
Yeah, it was like,
I would never do that these days.
I'm proud of that. You know what I mean?
100%. It's hilarious.
Well, and then they have nothing to say. Dude, once you got him like that, if you try to apologize, then they're going to start, biting at this, biting at this.
Well, it's the same thing as a bully.
Yeah.
When you show weakness, they're going to go in for the kill. You got to double down and, posture a little bit, peacock a little bit, push them off you. Also, shut the fuck up. What are you going to take from me? I'm Ben Stiller. I'm already rich. I'm already famous. Do whatever you want. Talk all the shit you want. I'll just go home to my mansion and enjoy my life. Who cares?
And when they cancel these people, it just robs everybody of entertainment, really.
But
you know what I mean?
I'm glad, though, because the more they keep pushing and doing this shit, the more people are going to go out on their own and create their own networks or their own studios. And that's what we need. We need more options. That's all it is. That's why Crowder's doing his thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Daily Wire's doing movies.
Daily Wire.
There was some Western that they did. Rust. Now I'm just checking. There was some. That was it. There was some Western that they did with that Gina Carano, and I heard it was pretty good. I never watched it, but I heard it was pretty good. I mean, it's kind of cool.
It's very cool. That's what we need. That's what we need more of, man. I think it's a good thing. I honestly think it's a good thing.
I think there's some untouchables. Like, I think even right now, and I don't know if he's doing any more movies, but like Quentin Tarantino, we talk about all the time.
Tarantino's the man.
If Quentin Tarantino did a movie right now that was extremely offensive to everybody, I don't think you could tell him anything. He's done so much shit that's really like, holy shit, dude, like this is nuts. You can't tell him anything at this point. If you dare, what'd you expect when you bought this ticket and went in to watch that movie and knowing it was a Tarantino movie? What'd you expect?
Like, we grew up with him. We know what he's bringing to the table. No one's surprised when you watch a Tarantino film and it's wild as shit.
Yeah.
Didn't we all watch
really,
Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, the Kill Bills? I mean, you could name them all. You could list them all. They're all absurd. Django, all day. The Hateful Eight, the most racist dialogue I've ever heard in a movie in my entire life.
And
also
Django.
a great movie.
Yeah.
Phenomenal movie.
And it was all about a slave coming back and murdering everybody. I mean, it's been done. Okay, it was just, man, it was unreal. Have you ever seen Birth of a Nation?
No.
Okay, so the original Birth of a Nation, like way back in the old days, was a really racist film. And then they redid it in just like 2016, I want to say like 2017, and it was all about Nat Turner, who was a slave who rallied again and went on this killing spree and murdered like 5 families of like slave owners, which is fine, whatever.
Right.
You know,
go nuts, man.
Yes, dude. If there's real racism, by all means, it's like.
Go nuts. I loved it.
Murder it.
Dude,
I don't feel bad for anybody.
One of the best scenes in Django is when he whips one of the brothers to death. Remember?
Yeah.
He fucking just whips the shit out of him.
Little
I forgot their names. Yeah, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Great scene, man.
You want him in the big house, Big Daddy? Remember? It's so good, man.
I love that movie.
You mean you want him to treat him like white folk?
And now, gentlemen, if you will join me in the parlor, we are serving white cake. The way he says white.
Dude, that was
white
so
cake.
good, man. He's that little German dude, too. He's the actor.
Oh, Christoph Waltz. One of my favorite
so
actors
good.
ever.
What a talent. Dude gets famous
man.
at like 96, and he's so amazing.
Greatest
dude.
speaker ever. Silver
Yes.
tongue. I could listen to him all day. I'm afraid I must insist you shake my hand. I must insist in the opposite direction.
Dude,
Great
what
movie.
you could tell he's like a genius.
Oh, he's very,
like,
very
yeah,
smart. I
the
think
way
he speaks like
cares
7 fucking languages.
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
I mean, what a find, dude. I never like really looked into like where he comes from or what
Germany.
he is. He just well, I got that, but I mean like what was he doing like career wise? Like what
I think
was he doing before?
I think Tarantino found him in like German movies and media and things like that, and goes, "Oh, this guy's a gem." But Tarantino finds talent. He's great like that.
He was the Jew hunter,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Inglourious Bastards.
Yes.
Again, a great role.
Do you mind if I smoke my pipe? It's
That's a
giant-
bingo. You just say bingo.
She's like, and when he slips that shoe on and how perfectly it fits, like, it's just,
Yes.
like, fits on perfect. She's like, so what now? And he just leaps on her and starts strangling her to death. Oh my god! I like when he looks at Aldo and he's like, you'll be shot, you'll be hanged for this. He's like, no, I'll get chewed out. I've been chewed out for it. It's not so bad.
It's not so
It
bad.
just doesn't happen
When
in
he's
America.
getting ready to carve it into his head, the swastika.
He just does not understand that things like that did not happen in America. They weren't hanging people at that point. It's 45, 46, you know what I mean? Like,
Do you remember when he has the bag over his head and he's like talking shit to him and he just like looks around because he obviously can't see, he's got a bag over his head. Aldo the Apache. He just headbutts him in the face.
You know, so,
I love that scene.
it was so good. You know what's so cool about Aldo? Did you look at his neck?
No.
He's had his
I don't
throat
think so.
slit before. He had a big scar across his neck.
I didn't
Somebody
notice
slit his
that.
throat. That's so fucking
And he
cool.
lived?
So cool. So
Gorlami.
fucking cool. Gorlami. Gorlami.
Grazie.
Yeah.
It's the best ever.
Dominic Pacheco.
Oh, yeah.
Once again. Woohoo.
I want to hear the music in it. He's like a Margariti.
Yeah. You know what? I think we do. I don't know if I talked about this on screen or not.
Was it
but
Coco?
Dominic Tococo.
Tococo.
Dominic Tococo. I don't know if I talked about this on screen or not, but what's his name? Elon or whatever that dude's name who does the movies. Who was the Bear Joe?
I don't remember that actor's name.
Okay.
I think it's Eli something.
Yeah, he's normally a director. He directs a lot of horror flicks and stuff like that. He did
Really?
like yeah.
The Bear Jew?
The Bear Joe.
Did not know this.
That scene or that part was supposed to go to Adam Sandler.
How
and he
crazy
said
would that
no.
have been?
It would have been amazing. Imagine Adam Sandler coming out there, Teddy fucking Pendergrass going for the lung and just hitting that baseball bat. That would have been so cool.
Somehow I bet you he would have still been funny.
Yeah, but why? That is so weird to me. Why he wouldn't take that role? Like, what did like? I don't even think they shot that long. Wouldn't that have been so cool
Gold.
to see Adam
That would have
Sandler
been
out there?
absolutely
Like,
gold.
what do you think he had against taking the part?
The only
It's
thing
so
I
weird.
could think of off the top of my head is
Other
just
project going on or something.
no. I think that he has a brand.
Yeah.
And
Like a family brand?
Yeah, and he does like feel good movies, a lot of friendship movies and things like that. Like think about it, like
Okay,
has he ever
Uncut Gems.
Oh no, you're right. Yep, never mind. Never mind.
You
As
know
soon
what
as
I
you
mean?
said, as soon
Yeah.
as you said that, I fucked up. And Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was dark. And Reign Over Me. That was a
Oh,
good.
yes.
That was a good movie. Do you remember that?
Yes, dude. Oh my God, Don Cheadle was so good.
Phenomenal
in that.
movie.
There's something
Came
kind
out
of
of
weird.
nowhere.
I don't know what it is about Don Cheadle.
Love
that
Don
fool
Cheadle.
can make me cry in
Dude,
a fucking movie.
he's
like
great.
That. I don't
Don
know.
Cheadle's-
There's something
he's one
about
of the best.
his tone, like The Family Man. Like that fool
Family
makes
Man.
me cry. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
God.
God, it's so weird.
Cheadle
right?
all day.
Yeah, Don Cheadle's an amazing actor. God, what an
Phenomenal.
amazing actor. Dude, he's so cool. I don't remember anything for that movie, so I'm not even gonna try.
You just fade. You fade away.
Read the ticket,
you
G.
lean into
No.
the mic.
Right. Read the ticket, G. You almost had it. You almost had it. You were this close. You almost had it. Why'd you stop? You know? God, he was so good in that, man.
Ticky G.
Read the ticket, G. Read the ticket. And the Korean's like, you're on no ticket. Go. You're still, I want you still. Go.
I don't remember that bit. That movie was good though, man.
So good, man. It was Nicolas Cage. I just watched The Weight of Unbearable Talent.
I can't wait to see that.
So it's on free Prime right now, man.
Is it really?
It's really good.
I can't. I've been wanting to see that for a while now. I like Nicolas Cage, man.
Nicolas Cage is so fucking cool. Nicolas Cage is one of those dudes. I'm gonna tell you right now. He's like Samuel Jackson. Nothing can tarnish his record.
I don't know about that, man.
Dude.
There's a long, unbroken stint of just garbage. You know what though?
Sure, but
Same
every
with
once
Sam
in a while,
Jackson.
he comes out with a great movie. And dude,
Well-
I'm telling you, I will no doubt
You're
watch
right.
a movie with Nicolas Cage
I love
no
Nicolas
matter
Cage.
what.
I do like him.
And you're right. He has a lot of stinkers, but who cares?
You know what though? Once you explained to me that he was doing that because he owes all kinds of money for taxes, right?
Yeah.
So it made sense. It's not because he's just a shit artist and doesn't care and doesn't have integrity. He's literally playing catch up because he owes the government money.
That's why he left California real early.
So when he does like The Weight of Unbearable Town or something like this, he shows you that he actually is a good actor and has chops. And like, we forget that sometimes. He comes out of the woodwork.
And that dude, I don't know where Pedro Pascal came from, but for some reason that dude's super likable. He's in my show. He's in The Last of Us, and then he does it with him. He's such a likable guy. They make a great duo in it. Nicolas Cage's like
Lowrider Donnie, Lowrider. He's like, that's right. Lowrider Donnie.
Oh, that Nicolas Cage.
Gone in 60 seconds all day. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love Gone in 60 Seconds, man.
I want to take his face.
He's like looking at all his people.
He does this.
Yeah, dude. No, all right, I'm just trying to say
whole crazy face.
There is no. You can't hold a candle to anything else. Nothing is like when he walked in as Castor Troy and he walks up to the people, the choir singing, the church choir singing. He's dressed as a priest. He's like,
oh, I love that, man. And he does the head move. Yes, dude.
Oh,
he's like,
yeah,
that shit's gold.
Yeah, he's so good. Oh my gosh, dude, he's so good, man.
That movie's fun too.
I want to be Castor Troy's little brother. He's like, later, bro. Bye, bro.
The pinky.
Bye, bro.
I'm going to do that to you every time you leave from now on.
Bye, bro.
Bye, bro.
Oh, my God. I forgot he did it. Why was he such a fucking weird? It's like always tying his shoes, like walks and leans down, like ties his shoe and stuff like that. Yeah, man.
Why do you have blueprints on how to attack? I forgot what it was. He's like, it's not a crime to exercise the mind. Dude, I love him. Man. He's all soft-spoken for no reason.
It's a fucking weirdo, man. You know what? That was kind of right after that. That was kind of the downfall of both of them.
I'm going to tell you exactly the exact moment in time when Nicolas Cage's career plummeted, like the fucking stock market's doing. Ghost Rider.
Yes,
dude. As soon as he did Ghost Rider,
when he played a 17-year-old boy.
Oh, it was. And he was like 56.
Dude, and then that hair, they dyed his hair that horrible plug.
Piece of shit that movie is.
And then Ava Mendes is like, "Fuck me, Johnny." You know what I mean? Oh my God, she's just working. So fine, yeah, it was such a joke. Oh, what a weird fucking movie, man! What a weird movie. You know, the CGI was just.
Everything about it was atrocious.
Yeah.
Do you think they could sense it when they were shooting it? They all looked around like day 65.
I think you noticed that you're working on a big pile of shit.
This isn't gonna be good.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna be good at all.
I think when you see Nicolas Cage and he's eating the stupid candy and he comes out and he zips up that dumb leather jacket and he's setting it up. Yeah, I think they can sense it.
Kicks his little motorcycle to start it. Just sucks ass. Oh, he's shit-faced every day on set.
The crew begins to talk. Like Nicolas Cage comes around the corner and everybody's like, "Hey, Nick." You know what I mean? Like,
hey, Nick.
He dressed up, dude. He comes out with long ass hair, and he was supposed to be Superman. He dressed up for instead of Henry Cavill, and he dresses up for the role of Superman, and he comes out with this fucking long ass metal hair. Yeah,
he auditioned to be Superman.
He did, dude. It would have been horrible.
He's my hero.
I don't think he's good in those roles. I don't think he's gonna. I think he needs to play a fucking all right. But see, it's
I'm
like
not sure exactly what he's
Ghost
good
Rider was absolute shit. You know what he's good at? He's good at rich people. He's good at smart people. Like Matchstick Man.
Matchstick Man was great.
Family Man. But that's what I'm saying.
Weatherman.
I came back. Like he has like that, you know what I mean? The Weatherman. Oh, what a movie. Yes. Yeah. He's like, people don't throw things at me anymore. Then she had a bow.
When he has the bow and arrow, that shit's dope.
Oh,
He's walking around with a compound bow. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, he is, dude. He's a wonderful actor. I'm telling you, he can't be tainted. He cannot be tainted.
But here's
he
the
can
thing.
come out with a shit movie tomorrow, and he just made that great movie just like last year.
You could argue that he's good just as strongly as you can argue that he's bad.
Yes.
There's an episode of Community where they actually do that bit. Abed goes to the whatever cinema class or whatever it is, and the title of the class is Nicolas Cage good or bad?
I think
they nailed that bit. It's right exactly right.
Is it both?
You can't tell. It's like he's great one moment, he's shit the next. He's hokey once, he's cheesy, he's phenomenal. Like he's everything. I love Nicolas Cage. He's a national treasure.
One of my favorite old movies is The Wicker Man.
I hate Wicker Man. That movie is hilarious garbage.
I'm talking about 72.
The original?
Have you ever seen it?
No.
It's fucking amazing.
No, the remake was trash.
Incredible. 2000 whatever. He's like, not the bees.
he's just screaming. Do you know on our Jay Leno gets roasted? I think I used that thumbnail. I think it was the Wicker Man thing. I'm pretty sure it was that.
On the original one was so good. This Scottish cop goes to this little Scottish island. Another actor's in it that he did a lot of movies later on, but he's this Scottish cop and he goes to this island. He's being played the whole time, and it was so, dude, I'm telling you, watch it. It was so good. And like he walks out he's like in this pub and everybody's acting really dirty. They're acting really filthy. And he's this virgin Christian cop that like really strongly believes in God. He's about to get married. They had him go out there. I don't want to give away everything, but like he like walks out and he's like just like on his way back to the hotel or whatever, and he like looks over and it's like the 70s, so you're not gonna have like this beautiful pan over or whatever, but all of a sudden it's just a shot on the beach and there's all these people laying on the beach naked just fucking on the beach.
Are you serious?
And it was so good. I'm telling you, watch it. And
I might actually watch it. No bullshit.
And at the end, I don't want to tell you everything. Let me just tell you something. He gets played hard.
Don't tell me shit. Don't ruin it. He just sold me on this movie.
I promise you, from what I said, I didn't give anything away.
Cool.
I told you about the scene. You'll see it anyway. But that's at the very beginning of the movie.
I'll find it on Amazon Prime and throw it on my list.
So good.
You're
gonna shit.
I like classic movies too.
You know what it is? It's a psychological thriller. And
love
it's
those.
So good.
Oh.
Yeah, like Silence of the Lambs or
psychological thriller.
Rosemary's Baby, whatever. It's like that. It's like that, dude. It's really good.
Here's an oldie but a goodie. You ever see Stir of Echoes?
I love
Stir of Echoes. Rules Kevin
Come
Bacon,
on,
baby.
Are you kidding me?
Oh man, he's the best.
When his sister-in-law and she says that he's gonna take the thing, he's like poked him and he doesn't do anything and stuff like that, and he's in there. What a movie! Yeah. What a movie! Oh my god, man!
Love Kevin Bacon.
What do you know about all things like slides? Like, what do you know about Janie Harris?
The only thing that I have a problem with when I watch movies like that, where it's like the supernatural ghost of a person is giving you signs and clues, and very elaborate ones and detailed ones, it's like, just tell me who fucking killed you,
why
man.
don't you just say
just be like, it was Bobby down the street. Yeah. Movie's over.
Why do I got to be the fucking Scooby-Doo in the gang to understand who killed you? Why don't you just...
You're able to convey all this?
Yeah. Put like his door number on there and then like his name in blood or something. It can even be spooky. Just put those details and I'll find it.
How about it's just you rifling through a yearbook and then you go... on his picture, because you were able to show me the hallway and then the door and then the wall that you were buried behind. And
you got to be like sitting next to me on the couch where I scare the shit and then I disappear. No, only that works.
The ghost is like, it doesn't count unless you figure it out.
You know what I mean? I have to do all this shit and then I can give you the real information. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like standing on the, you know what I mean? It's just stupid.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? If I was a ghost, I'd be like, don't freak. I'm a ghost. I was murdered right next door. They raped me.
I need you to find my body so I can pass on to the next world.
Yeah. And then just to make it slightly difficult, I would like say his name in reverse. I'd be like, you know what I mean?
Ventura.
Yeah, exactly. Just make it in reverse and go, okay, figure it out. Bye.
Also, it's strange that all ghosts can't speak English, or if they do, they can only say certain words, but they have to say it in long form, like, look out. It's like, so you possess the ability to speak English, but only in a fucked up way now? It makes no sense at all.
They just have to disappear.
Why is that a ghost? Yeah, why is that a ghostly trait? Or they do the thing where they write in the fog on the mirror after you get out of the shower.
You know who did that great?
Classic.
Was The Sixth Sense.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, listen to the ghost. And he's like, all right, fuck it, I'll listen to the ghost. And they started becoming normal. There you go.
That's perfect.
You know? I mean,
all ghost movies should do that.
All ghost movies they take a lesson. And by the way, people
take a lesson.
I've argued this about ghosts because people are always like, do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in spirits? Blah, 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 this, that. Here's what I can say. It's just like the movies. Why do they always gotta like? Why do I always just miss them?
I got a ghost story for you.
Why can't you just look at them dead center smack?
I got a ghost story for you. This is going to be a fun one, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for this right here.
This is a real ghost story?
True story, and it's personal. It's a personal story. This is why I actually believe in that shit now.
Okay.
All right. So this is like, I'm 37, so about 21 years ago, I was about 16 years old, and we were renting this house up the street from here on, like, whatever. It doesn't matter where the fuck it is.
Okay.
Anyway, so me and my buddy Jeremy, we were playing Monopoly, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. You know how Monopoly goes. We've been playing for like 10 hours already, so we're half asleep. And it's just me and him awake, obviously, right? So the way that it worked in this house is our kitchen table is right here, right? And I'm sitting on this side of the kitchen table. He's sitting on the other, and we're facing each other. But to his right, my left, is an open room. We had a pool table right there with the overhead light, and there's like a little half wall that separates the hallway that goes to the bedrooms, but it's a completely open room. You could see the entire house from there. So we're sitting there. I'm looking at him like I'm looking at the camera right now, and we're talking and bullshitting, whatever. And out of nowhere, I see this little girl, probably about between 11 and 13 years old. She was wearing a dress a little bit past her knees. She takes about 3 steps and then vanishes. And I saw it like clear as day. It was still out of the peripheral, but I saw it.
Yeah.
And I don't say a fucking word. I just clam up. I'm just like, dude, I'm exhausted, whatever. I just dismiss it as, my mind's playing tricks on me, blah, blah, blah. What you would normally do in that situation.
Yeah.
About an hour goes by, and it's just wearing on me. It's fucking with me, and I just can't let it go. So I look over at Jeremy, and I said, Jeremy, I'm like, this is going to sound really crazy. I'm like, but I have to ask you. I said, did you see? And before I finished my sentence, he jumps out of his chair and goes, the little girl? And we both just started screaming. We were like, oh.
That is fucking freaky.
Before I finished my sentence, he jumps out of his chair, points at me and says, the little girl. And I'm like, yes. And we rented that house out to a family friend of ours, and they had all kinds of weird experiences there too. And I'm not that guy, but that shit was unignorable.
What if he screamed?
Is that the right word?
What if he said, I know there's a word in the middle of that. Okay.
That's how I get canceled for mispronouncing.
All right.
Not ignorable.
What if he jumped up and he said, what if he jumped up?
I'm not going to drink this. I'm going to spit it out. I have a feeling it's going to be gold.
What if he jumped up and he goes, the little girl? And you go, yeah. And he goes, where is she? And grab some handcuffs. And you're like, what the fuck?
I'm going to get some ghost pussy right now.
Oh, man, dude. That'd be so funny.
But yeah, true story. True story.
That is trippy, man, honestly.
And again, if I was by myself or he said he didn't see it, I would have just entirely dismissed. Nothing. We were 16. Yeah. I didn't drink, never did drugs. I was a good old boy until I was in my 20s, man.
I didn't want to read it because it's like the same story, but I was high. I was high with somebody.
Please.
And we had the same some similar.
Tell me yours.
All right. So when my daughter was young, me and my dad, we used to get high as fuck on Oxy, and we got really fucked up one day, and it was like 2 a.m, and I went and I laid down in my room. And he's
just drinking out of a world's greatest dad mug.
Filled with Oxy.
So why is it foaming?
And I see a little, just like him, listen, I wasn't even going to bring that. I see a little girl run by.
It's the same little girl.
I'm freaked and run into my closet and just nothing. And I'm freaked. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, is that Kimmy? Is that Kimmy? I turn my light on. I look in the closet and nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? My dad comes in and he says, is Kimmy here? And I said, did you just? He's like, I thought I saw her running into your room. And
no, dude.
Yeah, but we were high. So I always chalked it up.
Yeah, but you both saw a similar thing without being in the same room.
Yeah, he was in the living room.
Come on, man.
By the way, Kimmy wasn't even there that night. We were fucking annihilated.
Can I ask you a question?
I always chalked up that to being high, though. I honestly.
Yeah, but let me ask you this: you've done that more than once, I'm assuming. Mm-hmm. Did you ever hallucinate like that? To that degree where you saw a spirit or something like that?
Not to that degree, but I've seen like shit that I shouldn't.
Give me an example. We'll compare.
All right. One time I was so fucking gone, and I was doing meth days before, and then I was doing pills.
Yeah.
I was so high that I was sitting there, and in my peripheral, like you said, I saw a gorilla. And my heart sank because I think I'm more scared of gorillas than any other animal.
Gorilla.
And I saw a gorilla sitting in my living room, and I thought maybe like one like had like creeped in the door. And I remember,
you entertained the possibility.
Dude, real fear, like real fear, like real fear.
Gorilla fear.
Like my stomach just tightened up, and I went like, I looked over like this. I was so fucking scared that there was a gorilla. Dude, honestly, could you think of anything scarier? Like,
no,
seriously. And it's like, dude, listen, I was high as a kite, blah blah. But could you think of anything scary? Could you imagine, like, let's say it's real. Let's say it's real. Like, you look up and, like, something happened, some truck crashed, and you didn't even know, and it happened to, like, wander over and, like, coming through your front door.
Escapes the zoo.
And you look over, and there's just a gorilla sitting there. No matter what room, what rather shitty wooden door that you lock yourself behind, and it's mad at you, it's going to get through.
It could walk through your walls like paper.
It probably could.
I'm
right?
not bullshit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've hit drywall and put my hand through a fucking drywall wall, and I'm not a gorilla.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
And isn't its bite, like, I know we're kind of getting off topic, but isn't its bite, like, ridiculous?
Everything.
Like not only is it strength and it grabs you, it's going to rip your flesh right from your bone from just, like, not even scratching, not like having, like short, sharp claws, but
if
just
it
grabbing
shook your hand like people do, it would probably rip your shoulder out of its socket just by, like, politely saying, how do you do?
real light, you know
like,
what
well,
I
not
mean?
too great. But
That's
seriously,
crazy,
dude,
man.
gorillas are strong. Yeah, I think their bite, like I think they could bite through your bones like butter.
Yeah,
I don't think it's even.
So I think that in an arsenal, I don't think anybody fucks with the gorilla, dude. I
You
think
start
that
piecing them up, dude.
have they done this kind of gorilla fight? Yeah, dude, honestly, the last thing I would even think would be defend myself from the
Jake Paul
gorilla.
them.
Yeah, I would use any energy I had left to turn and cowardly run. Like I would even waste my time like daring to like maybe hit him. Like I could only imagine him getting mad or like as he was just fucking me before, and then I hit him and he's like, ah! You know that big open mouth thing that they do? Oh my god.
It grabs you by the ankle and climbs you to the top of a building real
Yes.
fast.
Just
throws
shaking. And then I'm hoping they send somebody, but it's just really old planes and they're flying around. Like, this is the best we got right now. Right? It's not the 30s, and this is the best we got.
King Kong was a documentary.
Exactly.
This
Jesus
happens.
Christ.
This
Just
actually
holding me up
happens.
with my legs. That'd be awesome,
Oh,
man.
Christ,
Oh my god.
man.
Yeah, they're terrifying, dude.
Pretty terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'd say second to that would be like a bear, but bears bear because it's
There's
just
a lot of animals I'm scared of. Bears are terrifying. You know why? Because they eat your stomach. They eat you like from the gut,
Yeah.
and you're alive for a lot of it.
and you're also more likely to run into one. Like I'm probably gonna go my whole life never like accidentally walking by a gorilla, but where we live,
Good point.
where we live, I could accidentally walk by a bear.
There's not bears in Las Vegas.
Yeah, we have the native black bear.
Are you
Ah,
fucking
no,
around? I was like,
dude.
what?
Wait,
No, we don't.
nothing in Mount Charleston.
We
Right?
got coyotes.
What about Utah? Any bears in Utah?
Probably.
Then there's got to be something going that way. You know what I mean?
I mean, we don't.
Nevada, not Las Vegas, but Nevada.
I could see it happening. We're not that far away from where bears. Big Bear.
Yeah, there's got to be. Nah, dude, I'm telling you, there's got to be
gotta
bears
be.
like at Mount Charleston. Maybe not Mount.
Just riding a unicycle through your neighborhood.
I know mountain lions. I know that.
Mountain lions, bobcats, shit
Do
like
people
that.
die every year of mountain lion attacks? Is that like
Probably.
a thing, right?
Probably.
Like out here too. You know
But you know
I mean?
what? Who we kidding? We need less hikers.
Yeah.
Hikers are the worst.
Well, no, it's like, dude, we're moving up. We got this is so shitty of humans. We got the balls like build beautiful houses
trail.
up and on the mountains and then go, hey, these pesky bears are here. It's like, no. You know,
Shooing 'em
yeah,
out.
you're the pesky one. You know what I mean? Like,
You came to my house
Yeah.
and then evicted me.
I think that's shitty. No, I mean, I listen. I'm not an activist in any way, shape, or form, but I don't know. I think it's
You
like,
did it to the Indians.
yeah.
I mean, Native Americans.
Hey, we'll see you later.
Hey, yo.
Hey, how are you, Ben? Hey, do you remember that fan in the house with Jonathan Tyler Thomas?
Yes.
Hey, how are you, Ben? Hey, how are you, Jack? It's the worst Chevy Chase movie ever fucking made.
Yeah,
dude.
it is.
Oh
It's a
my
real
God.
tragedy.
He was so bad in that too. He wasn't even funny in it. It's
No one
weird.
bats 1,000, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely
No one
right.
bats 1,000.
Nobody bats 1,000.
Nobody bats 1,000.
Who's the closest?
Barry Bonds with his steroids, I
Yeah?
would say, was pretty close.
Bless him, man.
He was cranking them.
I think all athletes should be allowed to use steroids. Every single
I think
one of
everyone
them.
should be on steroids just across the board.
Stupid.
Babies.
These stupid drug tests are so
Look, dude, if you can make
ridiculous.
tranny babies, you can make jacked yolk babies. Why not?
Yeah. If you could take any type of estrogen
not?
or you know what I mean.
What's the difference?
Yeah. It's just gonna be stronger. But wouldn't that be cool to like everybody's a super
Just a
athlete?
bunch of babies with no necks
Yeah.
just walking around.
Goo goo. Arms up there, goo goo.
It's hilarious.
And he like turned his head and you're like, Bubba, you want something to eat? You want your nana? And he looks at you, he's like, Gaga.
His voice is all deep.
Goo goo.
He's got a 5 o'clock shadow. This baby.
Hey, I took a shit.
The baby looks like a tiny Dana White. I took a shit.
Hey, clean me up over here. I took a shit. Huh?
Give me.
Come here.
Give me.
Give me. All right, man. I'll tell you what.
What
I didn't
else you
even.
got?
Well, that's enough about Ben Stiller.
I forgot that's how we started this. Is it?
No, we were talking about stupid. Oh no,
Steve Buscemi.
no, we were. I think we were talking about stupid James O'Keefe, right?
No, we were going to talk about James O'Keefe.
Oh, okay. So James O'Keefe.
Project Veritas.
Yeah, Project Veritas. Listen, Project Veritas is
Can you
either one of
explain
those
it
things.
to people
Yeah.
that might not know what it is.
All right. So
Because I didn't know what it was until recently.
it's definitely, you either watch it, you never heard of it, but it is a big deal because in the world of journalism, it is a big deal. So James O'Keefe, he works with Project Veritas. Their entire code, if you will, is to expose corruption within companies.
They're doing the Lord's work.
Exactly.
Real journalism. Which we haven't had as we know, for like 20 years.
Very long time. Yeah. So they say the quick thing, instead of like having somebody get hired over there and taking a year in there and doing undercover work, they could get this done in a night. And it's real simple how.
Great formula.
Yeah. Hot fucking pussy or hot fucking dick. And I know you're thinking right now, well, how do either of those two things help anybody unless it's for what it's worth, right? No, they put people on dating sites. They find people who work with these companies and they honeypot them. They'll send them a thing and they do it real slow. So they play it like, okay, it's totally human. Conversations,
build a connection,
slow dates, maybe a couple dates, and all they got to do, they got to get that person, I guess, charmed, if you will. They go out, they take them out to dinner one night, and they just say, well, let's talk about your work. And for some reason, man, you got some hot chick in front of you, you got some hot dude. If you're gay, you got some hot dude in front of you. If you're lesbian, you got some hot chick in front of you.
And they didn't ask right up front. They kind of slowly worked it in. So it's like, oh, it makes sense that we're talking about this.
They get married and meet their parents.
They have kids. They literally start a family.
They're sitting there with their belly like 6 months pregnant, and they go, so what about Pfizer?
And then when the job's done, they just abandon the kids and start a new family with a different
punching themselves in the stomach right at the table. So they
it's hilarious. It's
hilarious. They take the salt shaker and just start binging it over the head.
Jump off the second story into their pool, belly flop.
they're eating hibachi and they're like, can I borrow that big fork, please?
The kid lives, but he's got a flat head.
Oh my god!
Can I borrow that big fork?
Oh my god!
Anyway, that went off the rails.
No, that's ridiculous. So what they do is, they'll bring them out to dinner for one night, and then the hidden camera goes on, and then they'll probably have cameras and recording stuff like that before. They'll start asking them about their work, and these people can't help because now you've been out there, and you're asking them these questions, and you've been on board for so long, so they're willing to talk about it. People are willing to talk about things. They want to talk about things that they're seeing or they're going through and stuff like that, and they take the highest points of corruption. I think one of them was saying that
Pfizer, right?
Yeah, Pfizer was trying to re-release the COVID to like improve the vaccine. They were like sending like real people out and like mutating the virus and making it stronger. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And now they just deny. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, why would this person lie? Is the question. Like why? Like they didn't know. You know, first of all, they're
not
there.
Lying.
Yeah,
obviously the lie
lying.
Is that they didn't do that. Yeah. That's the clear lie.
And they stone cold bust him. And James O'Keefe goes out there and he hits him up with like the Chris Hansen thing. He comes out there and he's like, well, you know, he starts asking questions. Well, what'd you do this? Like, well, you said this and you said this, and they have nothing to say. They're stone cold caught, and it's wonderful journalist work. It really is,
and we need it.
Exactly, we need it, but we will not have it. First of all, the first thing James O'Keefe needs to do is completely and utterly cut all ties. Yeah. So
they kicked him off the fucking board of directors.
So they bring him in there, and there's a lot of investors in this company, and James O'Keefe was the face of the company, and they felt that I don't know if he was asking for more money, because obviously he is. I don't know.
I doubt it.
I had read one of the articles. The left was saying that they have a lot of donors. I think they made something like $22 million in like 2020 or 2021 when like things were real high. Exactly.
Deservedly.
Because he was going on there, and James O'Keefe was the one asking for these things. He's like, listen, we want to keep these things going, and people are shooting checks in like, no, that's right, because I'm telling you, go watch it. You should see the people that they caught in these horrific lies.
Your money is better being donated to them than any charity.
Exactly.
We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Because it's actually going to the fucking cause that they're doing.
Yeah. And it's a smaller network, Project Veritas.
Well, we need this corruption to be exposed so we don't get taken advantage of and screwed over. It's important. Of course. And they need to know that there are people out there that might get them, that are watching them. You need to have that.
Yeah. And there was other.
He's like Batman, this guy.
And it wasn't just Pfizer. There was other companies in there, like social media stuff, and and they were exposing all of this corruption. And it is nice to know. It is nice to know that you're not crazy and you're like, well, something doesn't feel right. Mm-hmm. Something doesn't sit right. And this guy goes out there and he gets the direct answers for you, and it's good. Well, anyways, honestly, somebody was saying on there, this one kind of stuck out to me. So the board of directors, like you said, they called him in and they said that he's not working out. I don't think they wanted to pay him a certain amount. I don't think they wanted to get rid of him as the face of the company. I think that they think that it might be making it look bad for what they are doing, which is nuts.
Makes
you
no
know
sense.
what
Isn't
I mean?
he like the core heart and soul of that entire
Absolutely.
operation?
Absolutely.
Wasn't it like his idea?
Yes,
I'm not sure. I'm new to this, so that's why I'm asking.
He was saying they were saying that the success of the company isn't on James O'Keefe's
that's
hands.
like saying Apple doesn't need Steve Jobs, and we all know how that turned out.
Exactly.
He's the guy. He's the Michael Jordan of that team.
Yeah, you need a front man. You're always going to need a front man, and James O'Keefe was it. He's a visionist. He sees the way things that people should be doing stuff, and he puts his mind's actor, and it works out good. And it brought Project Veritas up. Nobody knew about this company before James O'Keefe had anything to do with it, and he blew this thing up.
I think what's going to happen is that Project Veritas is going to get watered down, and they're not going to bring that quality journalism like they were before. James O'Keefe will go on to start his own thing, like he's going to, he probably did that with Project Veritas.
Well, you know what?
He's going to be successful because we trust him, just like John Stossel.
Yeah.
I love John Stossel. I don't need him on a network. I follow his channel.
Yeah.
I'll watch just him with a hand recorder. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely
an old fucking
right.
camcorder they used to do in the 90s. I don't give a shit as long as John Stossel's the guy because he's out there bringing the truth to people.
Yeah, and
I trust him.
Whatever his creative what is that called? Like creative his creative sorry. Let me turn that off immediately. Sorry. Whatever his creativity that he puts to these shows, it's him doing the work in the end. You know what I mean? It might be broadcasted on those networks. But he has the
eye for it. Exactly. He has the intuition for it. You know what I'm saying? He has that knack.
Yeah.
That's like if you have a team of detectives, but the guy that's heading up the team just has like a crazy good, like he has like good instincts.
Yeah.
You're not going to get as good a result without that dude heading it up. It might be a bad example, but you get the point.
No, yeah, absolutely right. And you're right. But like in those smaller detectives, when they have a guy like that leading the charge, they do their jobs better. It's this weird thing.
Well, yeah, because he knows how to organize the talent in the most efficient way possible and bring out the best in everybody. And
people get motivated by 100%. That. You know what I mean? And I bet you James O'Keefe was motivated. I bet you the way that James O'Keefe was bringing eyes to Project Veritas, people were like, yeah, and really going out like, James, I got one. And now he's just gone.
This is what they don't understand. No one gives a fuck about Project Veritas. They care about James O'Keefe.
Yeah.
That's who we care about. Because we see him doing the work. It's not the name of the fucking operation that matters. It's the guy that's actually out there doing the job.
Honestly,
I would go with him. If I worked for Project Veritas, I'd be like, hey, I'll go with you,
I'd really
buddy.
show him. Yeah, I'd really show the knack. And it's strange because I always thought it was James O'Keefe's Project Veritas. That's how I in my mind, that's how I knew it. I was like, James O'Keefe, Project Veritas. But apparently he did not have the pull that I thought he did in there. And
I thought that he was it.
Yeah, the article that I got, they were saying that he was taking donor funds and having some, crazy lifestyle. No, God,
yeah,
no.
As he's exposing all this corruption, like that's not going to blow back up in his face. They're lying.
Yeah.
More lies, more slander.
It's a coup.
They're getting rid of him. This is what it sounds like to me. It sounds to me like that they're trying to bury his voice and get rid of him and get him out of there because he's now a threat to these massive powers that exist.
Yeah.
He's poking around behind the scenes. He's getting Andrew Tated.
Maybe they thought that he couldn't do what he's doing, and now they're getting spooked, and they're like, all right, we got to get out of there.
Yeah, they're like, it's only a matter of time before he finds us.
What coward chicken just... Why do these cowards get involved with journalism anyway? If you're not willing... Honestly,
good point.
Being real... Back in the 70s, people were willing to die. They were
literally.
They were flying over to countries that nobody ever heard of. Dude, sitting with tribes
bullets
and stuff that could
flying
have
over your shoulder in Vietnam while you're holding a shaky camera and telling people what's going on out there. Literally putting their lives on the line.
Walter Cronkite. Yeah. You know what I mean? What happened to that? What happened to that? It's insane, man. But so yeah, and one of the comments, you know how I always go straight to the comments. People are smart. I like to see what their take is on things. And one of the first comments was, "Don't be surprised if Project Veritas start having a woke undertone."
That's what I've been saying. That's exactly what I think is going to happen. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
All of a sudden they're
only investigating people on the right, like
Fox
only
News,
Republican
they can't
corruption.
Trust you. Yeah, you know what I mean. And damn, dude, and that's so damn sad, dude. Because it's like I'm sorry, but if you're talking about in like a sheer sense of power, right now it is in the left's hand. And listen, we don't take a side on this. Please, if there's some right wing company doing horrible shit, I'd love to hear it. We don't care.
Like
I don't.
Pokemon,
I'm
catch 'em
not
all.
some cheerleader for the right wing. I don't give a shit about the right wing. But I'm telling you this now. I like when corruption's exposed. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So the minute things start getting real, that's it. They pull the plug on this thing.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious what's happening. But like I said, like I'm very optimistic these days because I can kind of see the corner getting turned around and people are starting to wake up to this shit and not care anymore. And it's just, you can't be outraged forever over nonsense. Eventually you're just like, I don't give a fuck. And most of society is getting to that point.
I think it's starting to happen right now.
Yeah,
dude.
it's
right now.
Yeah, I would say over this last year, it's just like people are slowly and more are coming to this side where it's just like enough already. Stop yelling at everyone over nonsense.
Only thing that could re-trigger it, honestly, right now, only thing that could re-trigger it, Donald Trump gets elected.
Oh my God.
And then you start getting people with that they start thinking emotionally again. You know, no! You know that
the orange man.
That
the orange man is back.
I don't know, dude. Like I think honestly, I think it could be re-triggered. I think he brings out such strong emotion. Yeah.
Lick my balls.
I'm home. Bye-bye. Home to daddy.
Lick my orange nuts.
Yeah.
Leader of the free world.
I'd like to thank Biden and his shit son. Thank you. Fuck off.
Having Kim Jong-un over for dinner.
Yes. What's his name? Who's the Russian guy?
Oh, Putin?
Yeah, Vladimir Putin. Blow me.
Oh man,
dude, I think that they'll be right back to square one. Whatever progress. I mean, I'm not blaming. I don't care. They shouldn't be acting like this anyway. But I think they get him. I think those emotions start flying again. People are gonna fucking lose their mind.
Maybe.
I hope so.
I think it'd be different this time. I actually would be very curious to see it
if he has more support. I think he had. We still say that whatever you want to call it.
I would love to see it just because he can come out and be like, I was right about this.
I was right about this. I was right because so many of the things that he said when he was in office turned out he was correct about and came out in hindsight. Yeah.
Hey, he's kind of like Alex Jones in that way. Like where he's like calling all these things, and people are like, "This guy's fucking crazy."
Frogs aren't gay.
Like starts happening. Like, frogs, they're like turning frogs gay. Frogs,
yeah,
bro. They're not doing
Just
anything. Yeah. Question. Oh my God, I had a fucking question.
Oh my God.
No. Can we say whatever we want on here?
Yeah, man, it's our show.
Okay, so we always think. Okay, so forget the election. There was obviously some real shit that happened there. You know what I mean?
Shit was obviously corrupt as fuck.
Yes.
Who are we kidding?
Yeah. Why can we not say that out loud?
It's funny that that's even like controversial because it's so on the surface, blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
That's not a hard read, man.
Yeah.
It's not.
You're telling me that Joe Biden had 86 million people come out. Have you seen what this was done in just 2 years?
Turn the cameras off. Everyone go to bed.
Dude, he could.
He's leading by. He was landslide.
Yeah, he could not. And oh God, that was so sick.
Well, I'm just saying, like, this wasn't a hard. It's like you walk in and like there's a dead body on the floor and there's a guy kneeling down with blood on his hands and a literal smoking gun saying, "I'm glad I shot you in the fucking head." That's basically what it was like. It was like the most obvious crime scene I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah. Don't let the people in and watch the vote count. Let's put boards up on the windows.
Dude, you saw this.
Briefcases getting shuttled in the middle of the night. It stunk to high heaven.
Yeah.
It was so blatantly
them sending the workers home for fake, pipers and stuff like that.
If that was a movie, people would be like, this movie is retarded.
You watch shit get real. You watch Donald Trump win. You're right. You said landslide. You saw him coming in, right? Boom, 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 boom. And then when shit got real, it just goes dead. The count just stops.
Oh,
and then all of a sudden it's like,
and not one single vote over that couple of hours. Not a single.
Nothing for Trump.
Mathematically, I don't even have to get mad and like really push that point. It's just here's the thing is that if you don't obviously see that for what it is, then you're just literally just lying to yourself, or you just don't want to believe it. Like you're
like
intentionally being ignorant towards it.
Yeah.
You just want to see you're just being biased and you just want to see what you want to see. That shit was too obvious, man.
Yeah, that was really terrible.
It's not even an opinion. It's fucking obvious.
So that's why we were talking. We were saying like, would it be different this time around? I think people really were on board with him. You're right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because damn, they really went out and supported him. He got a record turnout of votes. I don't even want to say a record turnout of votes for Biden because it's just so shit. It's just insane.
I'm just saying, like, you know when you see something special, you feel an energy when something is special. Like if you go to a Beatles concert.
I didn't see one Biden sign.
But I'm just saying,
ever.
like when I was listening and watching those rallies or whatever, you could literally it was electric. The people scream, like the passion. Yeah, 4 more years.
Yeah.
Like it was real,
It was
man.
real.
You could
filling
feel
up
it.
filling up airplane hangars.
Dude,
and
he
shit.
was literally.
He was a rock star. He was a rock star.
There's
rock
not
star.
a performer on earth that could pull those numbers.
Dude, every state he went to, every state is everywhere.
In the freezing, blistering cold, didn't matter what the elements were. Hundreds of thousands of people deep.
Yep.
I might not even be inflating that number too
People
much.
going out there definitely willing to get in big ass
die
scraps.
for that,
Yeah,
dude.
to either go down to protest against him or go down to support him. They were literally putting their health on the line just to say he liked him. That's insane. Honestly, that's a leader. And I think that if they would have let him do
Biden
half
press
of what he
conference,
wanted to,
there's like 3 people that are like with stage 4 cancer just sitting there in the stands.
You know,
and like, oh, it's because of COVID.
You know, when I knew his fate,
stupid.
You know, when I knew his fate was sealed, he had Barack Obama come out and support him, and he couldn't draw a crowd.
Oh yeah. I remember that, man.
It was pathetic,
and
I'm
everyone
like,
loves Barack.
Yeah, everybody loves Barack, and I'm like,
motherfucker.
so people aren't even willing to go out and support Biden through Barack. Like, you're shitting me. Like, this is over. It's done. There's just no way. And then that horrible night, man. And dude, honestly, it's like, God, it's so frustrating when you're like, well, no, it's not true. And then
well, the fact that you get like screamed at
theorist?
and like violently opposed for stating the it has nothing to do with being a Trump fan or Trump guy. I'm just saying I looked at that and I'm like, clearly that's fucking wrong.
Yeah.
That's obviously not
like
legitimate.
If you were voting for school president and all of a sudden everything just stopped and they're like, we'll be right back, and they run in the bathroom and then they come back with like a lot more like heavier, like, you know, big box of votes, and they go, looks like Casey is in the front, and you're like,
It's like when you see a fixed basketball game or something, you just know.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, really? They came back from a 50-point deficit in the last 2 minutes of the fucking game and won. Shit like that. It's just so over the top.
The
blatant,
foul
man.
calls that just keep happening.
Yeah.
The
ref was the ref blind? No, he sees. That's why he's doing it.
Exactly.
Because the mafia's got money on that game, baby. He's gonna get his family.
Are
back.
you crazy, ref? Because if I don't, I'm dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're gonna whack my whole family.
Exactly, man.
But anyway, that's what that is.
I would have loved to have been a referee in the 70s. How that money they were making by fixing games and shit. Dude.
Wearing those short shorts with that rape whistle.
Yeah, watching Earl Monroe throw up a basketball, hit him with the whistle. Go, bitch, that was travel. Fuck you.
It's a clean swish.
You're like, nope. Take your stupid ass
He's like,
Converse off
dribble.
and get out of here.
I just caught the ball and shot it.
Exactly.
How is it a travel?
You know what? They say Stephen Curry ruined the game of basketball.
How is that possible?
They said that the 3-pointers ruined the game of basketball. Now they say that every kid that goes to
no
basketball
one wants to
camp,
drive.
Nobody's touching that paint. Everybody wants to hit
Dude,
threes.
That's called evolution.
Guess so.
That's called evolution. And guess what? When everyone's good at threes, they'll figure out a way to have a greater defense against threes, and then it'll swing back to something else. It's just how things work. Just like MMA.
You're fucking right.
100%.
Yeah.
Just like MMA. Oh, the calf kick, right? And the calf kick is brutal. Now you see people checking them more.
Yeah, they can check the shit out of it.
I'm
No
just saying,
way. Stay away from it.
You adapt. And I like that. I like it when things adapt. It's interesting.
And
get a higher level.
That's why it drives me nuts, dude. Like, honestly, like, man, this kills me. People always want to take. I look. We were talking about this with boxing. Muhammad Ali.
I know where you're going with this.
You know
yes,
what I mean?
this is a great conversation.
All right,
actually.
so you take a modern. I'm telling you right now, Earl Monroe's Knicks would not beat Stephen Curry's Golden State Warriors. It would no way. They would come in there and get fucking murdered.
Smashed.
Yes, smashed. I think that's true, except for when it comes down to fighters. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about Muhammad Ali. Like Muhammad Ali would have been an amazing fighter no matter what time in history
because of his style, though.
Yeah.
So like you could look through the eras of like combat sports, boxing especially, which is what I'm most familiar with, and you could say like this era of fighters wouldn't stand a chance today. Whereas this era, like the 80s era, they were all killers, man. Larry Holmes, Mike Tyson,
yeah, what a
Ali,
wonderful time.
Even a little bit back.
Early 90s.
Yeah, early 90s. Yeah, all those guys. Roy Jones Jr., greatest fighter of all time. I mean, yeah, they were all they would in any generation they would be the shit. But there's like we were talking about. Here's a perfect example. We were talking about MMA. If Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz and some of those guys came out, Shogun Rue and all that, whatever, not even Shogun.
Yeah.
Like, he was actually good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz, if they came out now, they wouldn't even be contenders.
Dude,
let alone
Iceman would get
champions.
fucking smoked. That
oh my God.
That block ass stance that he had, he would get
up,
murdered.
Straight line coming in, bullshit. Yeah. Dude, they're too good now. That sport has evolved so much. Those fighters of old wouldn't stand a chance.
Absolutely. You will never see another Tank Abbott. You'll never see some just anomaly, crazy street fighter with an amazing overhand right that comes in and just blocking people. It's never gonna happen. It is never gonna happen again. These guys are elite.
Yeah.
They've been they're too trained for any like one trick ponies. That's it. It's over.
And also,
it's fun. It's great. It's getting better. That's what it is.
Let's also make the point we were making in that same conversation the other day, which is There's this weird obsession nowadays with so-and-so who's coming up is the last great guy.
Yeah.
So it's like Devin Haney's the next Mayweather, or whatever. Patty Pimlet's the next Conor McGregor, or Islam Makhachev is the next Khabib. Stop trying to be the last fucking guy. Just be the best you. Be the new whatever. Like, here's the thing. We were talking. This is a great conversation. Conor McGregor, Muhammad Ali, Khabib Nurmagomedov. It doesn't matter who it is. You name it. Michael Jordan. Name a great. Do you know who they were the next of? Nobody. They weren't the next anybody. They were just them. That's what you got to be. Stop trying to chase other people's glory and styles. You're not going to be them. Yeah, it's dumb.
They always try to have some guy like succeeding that name.
Yeah, like when John Jones retires, there's going to be the next John Jones. No, there's not.
Well, they said dude, I'm telling you, John Jones, they said when that kid was like real young, they said, this kid's going to be the next Anderson Silva. And look at John Jones. Honestly, I know John Jones better than Anderson Silva. I think John Jones is 10 times better than Anderson Silva.
I love
for
Anderson
real.
Silva, but stop trying to be the next anything. Like, just be the best you. Be an original.
How cool was Anderson Silva?
I want people.
Days,
I don't want to be the
next.
next. I want to be name a radio host that's like super famous. Doesn't matter who it is. Howard Stern. I don't want to be the next Howard Stern. I want the next guy to want to be the next Nikki Pringles.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm not trying to be the next anybody.
No, God, no. Especially if you have talent. It's kind of insulting.
Very.
You know what I mean? It's like, no, I don't want to be Mayweather. I want to be this. This is. Because then it's like, all right, well, now they're writing about him. And they're talking about what Mayweather did.
No, you don't even exist.
And he deserves it fine. But God damn, are you going to write an article?
He might even be a better Mayweather than Mayweather. Nope. Never has it been said.
And what does that even mean?
Never has it been said.
What the fuck does that even mean?
It means nothing.
It means nothing. It's just jargon that they rewrite and rewrite.
Perfect timing. Speaking of fighting.
Yeah.
Much time? Oh, we're
no,
good.
No, this is perfect.
No, this is absolutely perfect, dude.
Tommy Fury and Jake Paul, baby.
You dosser, you big bum dosser.
You big bum dosser.
You're a shithouse.
It's a boxing match. I love how they say boxing.
So, as we all know, Jake the Snake, I don't know, I don't even know, the problem
child.
Yeah, Jake the problem child, Paul, is fighting Tommy Fury on Sunday in Saudi Arabia. And they had their press conference kickoff today, and Jake Paul made a very interesting proposition. Billy pointed something out to me. Go ahead,
Yes.
Billy.
Okay, you know that Tommy has a name too, though, right?
No.
TNT Tommy Fury.
Really? The guy who can't knock out anybody, really?
That's him.
Wow.
Oh, no. He had explosive diarrhea when he was in 4th grade. The name stuck since. You know what I mean? Yeah, this good-looking fuck. This good-looking guy. All right, listen. So everybody loves Tyson Fury. Big John Fury's really respected in the boxing community. You know what I mean? It's boxing royalty. The family's insane. But the kid, Tommy Fury.
Side note. Tyson Fury, in my opinion, is the greatest heavyweight that has ever lived.
You think he would have smoked 80s and 90s, right? No problem.
Nobody could beat him.
Is it because how big he is and his skill level?
Yes, he's a freak of nature in every way. His boxing IQ, his ability to adapt, his ability to fight on the back foot, on the front foot, push forward, slug, box, brawl, doesn't matter what it is. Look at that chin, dude. He got tested by the hardest hitter in boxing history, Deontay Wilder, and came out of that shit and didn't get knocked out. Like, there's nothing that man can't do. And he's a giant, and he floats like a fucking gazelle. Yeah. I think the only person that could have actually beat him is Muhammad Ali, and even then, it's not a guarantee. And on points, he wouldn't have knocked him out.
And when we say the hardest hitting boxer that ever lived,
no
like
bullshit.
Deontay Wilder, it's literally like people were worried about dying with this guy because his punches were so powerful. Look at anybody he ever faced, and then look what Tyson Fury, the hellacious beating that he took in #1, and then how he came back, earned up a game plan, and just destroyed this. You just sunned this dude for the next 2 fights.
I think
insane.
He's the best heavyweight that ever lived. Yeah. But anyway, back to.
But so now you got his little brother. You got Tommy Fury. He's fighting Jake Paul. Listen, like we've said it a million times on the show. We love Jake Paul. He has ability. He's mean. He's down. This kid is super down. I
think he's not the real deal. He is.
Yeah. This kid didn't ever need to box. He's a millionaire 10 times over. For the rest of his life, he will be set. He will be just fine. And this dude is putting his brain on the line every night, going out there, really excelling in boxing. And now he's fighting his first real boxer, they want to call it, whatever. This ain't the first real fighter he's fought. No. This is the first real boxer, and it's Tommy Fury he's not ranked yet neither, is he?
No, whoever wins this fight, they're going to rank them.
Yeah, which is going to be great. Yeah. And then I'm telling you, I see Jake Paul really climbing the ranks, dude, and bringing a big name to boxing.
Yeah, I see him pulling it off.
But so Jake Paul, Jake Paul had to entice Tommy Fury, so if I'm not mistaken, he's paying for a lot of this, and he got Tyson Fury to come down there, or Tommy Fury to come down there, sign the contract, whatever. So Jake Paul on the press conference today, because I think the fight's tomorrow, right?
So Sunday. Well,
okay.
But Saudi Arabia. So I'm not sure how that works with our timeline. I have to look into the time
I know it's
zones.
in the morning. I know that.
Okay, so it might be Saturday night for us, Sunday morning for Saudi Arabia. Or
so that's how they want to do it. I think they're going to do it Saturday night, and then it's going to be the
for
morning
us
time.
Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Okay, something like this. We'll figure it out later. But it's not important.
I watched Conor McGregor when he was in Dubai or whatever, and I remember
it was morning time.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. So Tommy Fury's sitting there, and they're doing their thing, and everybody's talking shit, and you ain't gonna do nothing, blah blah.
Noteworthy though, it's noteworthy that every time that they put a microphone in front of Tommy Fury's face, his rhetoric is that Jake Paul has a 0% chance of winning, and he knows that for a fact. And he knows he's going to, and if they fought 10 out of 10 times, it wouldn't even be a match. He would always win. And he also says that everyone that knows anything about boxing knows that as well as he does.
Yes.
So he's pushing absolute confidence.
Yes. And he's saying they're fighting 8 rounds. He's saying he's not going to
He laughs at him, says he's not even a real opponent. He has sparring partners that he beats the shit out of that are a lot tougher than Jake Paul. And he's saying it like he really means it. Basically like you're fighting someone who has no business even being near the ring with you, let alone in the ring with you. So he has supreme confidence. And
not only that, all these things that he's saying, times that by 3, because echoing that same sentiment behind him is his dad brother. And Tyson Fury. So they're all saying the same thing. Jake Paul's a joke. He's going to get washed, this, and that. So they're all sitting there, and Jake Paul starts questioning if Tommy Fury's really confident about winning. Really confident about winning.
And he comes up with the perfect bet for this, by the way. Brilliant.
If you ever took somebody out of the dark and put him right in the light, it was at this moment. This was brilliant. Because not only that, then there's this unwanted pressure that also adds to Tommy Fury that he never needed, because there's enough shit going on. You know what I mean? So Jake Paul sat there and he says, listen, he goes, Tommy, you're going to beat me, right? And Tommy Fury walks right into the trap. Bear trap opened up. Ow. Fucking cue cartoon noise. Boom, boom. There you go. Tommy Fury goes, yeah, I'm going to knock you out. And Jake Paul goes, good. He doesn't even say he has to knock him out. He goes, if you beat me, he goes, I'm going to pay you double what I said. He goes, but if I win, you go home with nothing. You go home with zilch.
I take what I was going to pay you.
I take what I was going to pay you.
Double or nothing, baby.
Double or nothing. And Tommy Fury says nothing. Quiet. Cricket.
He tries to talk around it because he was actually saying do we have a bet? Do we have a deal? And Tommy Fury's trying to not acknowledge and say yes or no.
Yeah. He takes a big fat sip of water. Yeah. So at this time, Jake Paul stands up and he wants to shake his hand. Politely stands up, not like what you gonna do? Nothing. So Tommy Fury takes every opportunity to keep people away from this. You hear in the background somebody go, answer the question.
Gold.
And Tommy Fury starts going, what you standing up for, mate? What you like he's gonna try to get everybody squabbling and stuff like that. Jake Paul does nothing, bites onto nothing. He goes, listen, shake my hand, answer the question.
You're so confident.
Yeah. Do you agree? Confident. Yeah. If you're confident, take the bet. Will you take the bet? Will you take the bet? Everybody's riding up, dude. So he will not answer this question. You hear Big John go, yeah, that's right. Double or nothing. What's double or nothing? We're knocking out.
John Fury.
Yeah.
Takes the bet
for Tommy. Tommy Fury's head whips around. So I've never seen anything like that. Whips around. He knocked him out just like that.
Dude, he looked at him like, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck did you just do? Because I'm going to tell you this right now, dude. Like, it's a fight. Anything can happen. Yeah. And Tommy Fury knows it. No matter how confident you want to
I think Jake Paul's going to win that fight. I honestly think that.
I feel
it wouldn't shock me either way because they're similarly skilled despite what Tommy Fury says. But I see Jake Paul winning that fight.
Yeah, and Tommy Fury's not nothing.
But he shit his pants. Yeah. So all this absolute supreme confidence of you don't have a chin no matter what. If you really truly believe that, say if I truly believe that and he was my opponent and he said that thing to me, he was like, well, double or nothing. I'd be like, thanks for doubling my money. I wouldn't even hesitate. I wouldn't even hesitate.
Let's go triple. I'll knock you out in this amount of time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Anything like that. Like that. But no, nothing. Not a word.
So we have a little clip here.
This is so good, man. This is so good. The Pepsi.
Yeah.
What?
Video's a little choppy today. It's funny how finicky computers are. Like some days it just wants to work better than others. All right, here we go, guys.
Okay, watch his face, Tommy Fury's face. There we go.
It's catching up.
I think we make a deal. If you win, I'll pay you double what I'm paying you already.
That's confidence.
But if I win, I take everything that I'm paying you.
Delicious.
Deal or no deal. Since you're so confident.
Look at his face.
Deal or no deal. Since you're so confident.
He's clearly nervous.
Take it.
Deal or no deal.
Take it. Take it.
So he won't answer
Avoiding
the
the
question.
question.
I wanna
Avoiding
shake
the
on it.
Why are you
question.
gonna stand up like you want to do something? Sit back down.
I just wanna shake
Sit
your hand.
back down. Sit back down.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Don't let him out of it. Good.
You've dealt. You've got a deal. All or nothing.
Boom. That was not Tommy.
Did you see him look back?
Yes, he sure as shit did.
You've got it.
And look at him getting hard. He knows how pissed off he is right now. I think Tommy Fury just realized that he's not making a dime for this fight.
Dude, he better fight with all of his fucking heart and might.
6 hours he has to go home with his family.
It's a deal.
That's a deal. So now, this
Just
is where,
to
is there
confirm,
more on this?
can we have this in writing, please?
Yeah, all right, so the having it in writing.
Yeah.
You know what? Thank you, Jake. You're making our night and stay even better.
Furies are the
Saudi
greatest.
Arabia!
So, all right, so he's actually going to bring the paperwork to the weigh-in when they have the weigh-ins or whatever and make him sign the paperwork on camera in front of everyone. And Jake Paul saying he's like, I don't think he's going to sign it. And I wouldn't be surprised either way, man.
He's not going to.
But if he doesn't sign it, he looks like dog shit. He
yeah.
looks like garbage if he doesn't sign that after all the shit he's talked. Man.
Absolutely.
So the fact that he hesitated and talked around the question at all, even remotely hesitated, shows you that he does not believe what he's saying 100% of the way.
You see cracks start begin to, you know what I mean? And there you go. That's it, man. Starting to break down. And you think
this is gonna be a fun one, guys? I'm excited for this fight, believe it or not. I'm really excited for it. Man.
I bet you John Fury could whip some ass too, like normal ass.
You know he went to prison for gouging a man's eyes out, right?
Big John Fury,
Yeah,
gouging
man.
man's eye. I blinded him. You know that crazy fucking Irish. I blinded him.
The Gypsy King,
Yeah.
Tyson Fury.
Let's just say he didn't see eye to eye.
What hump, dude? Tyson Fury is the greatest personality in boxing, man. I love that guy.
The
All right.
Gypsy King with those huge sweatsuits.
Let us know who you think is going to win in the comments. Do you got Tommy TNT Fury or Jake the Problem Child Paul? Disney star, YouTube phenomenon, professional fighter.
Yeah, and he said that last because that is last. But I'm telling you, this kid has talent. There's something there.
The only thing that he lacks is experience. He just got into the game late and didn't train. He doesn't have an amateur career, so he doesn't have that muscle memory and all that. But like, he's got the raw talent and he has the physicality.
Yes,
he has the
does.
attributes.
I still say Jake,
And
baby. That's
so
it.
do I. And also, I think that he's learning very quickly. I think Tommy Fury is underperforming what he should be doing at this point in time. So I could see Jake Paul surpassing him in short order.
I think Tommy Fury's living the good life. I think his brother brought him amazing money for that family. Things are good in the Fury house. You know what I mean? And I think he's gonna get embarrassed tomorrow night. Yeah,
It's gonna be fun. I hope he does.
Can we show our goodbye video though?
Yes. So
okay.
this has been a light episode today here. We've been working our asses off this week, so we're going to keep this one a little short.
Yeah.
We have our traditional hilarious outro video. This one is special. So to set this up real quick, me and Billy always talk about this. We both feel very strongly about people who act insane in society. Like, we want them to get smacked
Every
or
time.
beat up or pushed. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care what you are. Like, if you're acting like a lunatic and causing a scene and ruining people's days,
Yes.
I like seeing that. I like seeing, like, we did the video of the pimp that beat the shit out of the dude, right?
Yep.
Didn't we do that on here? Yeah, so we always have one of these queued up. This one is this crazy homeless lady that comes into a Walgreens, and you could clearly tell that she's
in
probably
there all the time.
Yeah, and she's just running her mouth. So
Anybody who lives to disrupt the status quo for everybody else, the people that are just trying to get by, go in
no
there and buy
shame, don't give a fuck about anyone else around them but
just
themselves.
a vile human being.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this woman is. She never, and people are not gonna fuck with her. Why? Because she's out of her mind.
Yeah.
So normal people just don't fuck with her. Well, she had crossed paths with an 80-pound security guard that decided not to take it
You
anymore.
see him in the background. He points at the camera, and you see him ball. He literally makes a fist with his other hand, balls his fist up, and then steps inside of her, gets in position, and we will see how this goes.
I showed Nick because we come up with the video, and when I showed Nick, I'm like, "Is this gonna be okay?" His fool said, "Fuck yes!"
It made me
It
so
was
happy,
so funny,
man.
dude.
I
It's
love
so
it.
funny.
By the way, I want this guy in every store on every
I
corner
love
where
him.
people are acting like fucking lunatic assholes. I want this guy everywhere.
Crime would
smacking
go
the
down.
shit out of people.
Crime would go down.
This guy,
you know?
you're a hero. I want to
Yeah.
learn this guy's name. I
Me
need
too.
to know who he is.
Me too. He deserves a handshake.
This is fucking gold. All right, here we go.
Your phone, unless you're taping this for the news. On my mama, nigga.
Look at him in the background.
I got 6
Yeah.
kids,
Just
nigga.
plotting.
And they ain't gonna fucking take my kids.
See?
Yep, to the camera.
Watch him make the fist.
Bitch, if
He
you
balls
taping
up.
it, put it on YouTube. Let me
She pulls
get
up his
a whole bunch of my
pants.
She's got a
Here we
chin,
go.
though.
Swear to God,
You
you
ready?
gonna be rich.
And action.
Like, boom.
The camera girl went, ooh, damn.
Dude, he rocks the glasses off her face.
Look at him squaring up to her like they're gonna fight. That is my favorite video, dude. I swear to God,
He
it is.
fucking beat the shit out of her, man. But she took it like a champion.
Notice everybody in the store laughing because they know how nuts that fucking chick is.
I want to see it again. We're gonna watch it again. It's hilarious. Dude, he's been wanting to do that shit for how many months now? She's been coming in.
One more time.
All right, here we go. I'll just do it to the punch.
Okay.
But again, watch him get to the correct side of her. You know she's gonna turn to the left.
He plants his feet perfectly.
Got a problem with the justice system.
This is gold.
Bitch, if you taping it, put it on YouTube. Let me get a whole bunch
I
of
love
likes,
this guy.
And I swear to God, you gonna be rich.
I wish I could read his name tag so I could shout him out.
Boom.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God.
Did you see her have that little stanky leg for a second there?
Listen, we've all been on like public transportation or a store or something like that with some fucking lunatic acting like that, and rarely does things like that ever come like to fruition where somebody actually checks these people or hits these people, and that happened. Dude, it was wonderful.
That's like
the
classic bus beating where the girl's like screaming at the dude sitting there in the front of the bus and she's talking shit or whatever for a long, and he's just sitting there taking it, and then she finally smacks him in the face and he gets up and he's like, "You're going to jail now. You're going to jail now." And you can tell this guy can fight.
Yep.
He dips down, catches her with an uppercut, bap, right? She literally gets knocked out, starts falling down. Somehow he gets his hands on her like a duffel bag and just launches her off the bus in one motion.
Dude, like DJ Jazzy Jeff getting thrown out of like that house.
Prince?
Yeah, for real. Like this dude picks us up like a suitcase.
She's
and
like
just tosses
Superman.
her. And by the way, you should have seen this stance. He comes down with this Mike Tyson uppercut and just cleanly checks her. It was
Twist
so
the
good.
hand and everything. Dude, he blasted her. It was one of my favorite videos.
Do you remember that that white guy? He was like a military veteran, and that black dude was on the bus. And it was this young black dude, and he was talking shit to him, and he tried to fight him, and he beat him up, and he was sitting there, and he stood up and was like bleeding out of the bus. Them bus fights are crazy, man.
One of my favorites. Maybe we'll play it on the show one time. It's like in the Ukraine or something like that, and there's like this. He's like a Ukrainian dude, this white dude in a tracksuit. And have you ever seen this?
Oh, dude, come on.
And
we love this video.
Yeah, man. He's walking with his girlfriend, and there's like these 3 hooligan dudes just chilling in the park, and just like not, whatever. You could tell that they're nefarious characters.
Yes.
And so he's walking, and as they're about to pass, one of the guys, for no reason, just belts his girl in the face with like this part of his forearm.
No reason.
And this guy was like a championship boxer. Like you could tell he was amazing. And without any hesitation whatsoever, he gets in his stance and just starts piecing up all 3 of them. Blah, blah, blah. Just dropping all 3 of these motherfuckers, beats the shit out of him and walks away with his girlfriend.
Clean
God
and shop.
Bless him.
3 men clean and shop in like seconds, dude. I think the third guy didn't even want any.
No,
right?
no.
Yeah.
He was like kind of like turning his shoulder and shit. But he should team up with the Walgreens security guard kid. They should start fighting crime together.
If I see a guy like horrifically knock out 2 of my friends, are you really I mean, I guess
unless you're that good, unless you're good enough to handle it.
But are you obligated to like jump in at the point, or is it like, dude, what am I gonna do for either of you? I'm knocked out.
I used to make that argument in all karate movies.
Yeah,
like it doesn't matter, Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, doesn't matter what it is. You have like 52 guards. After he literally dismembers the 13th guy, if I'm guy number 14, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good. But literally up until
how much yen are they paying them, right? You know
up until
what I mean?
even though the last guy left, he's still like, and like tries to go after him after all that.
Yeah.
You know you can't win that
I'd
fight.
be the messenger. I'd come up to like the big boss afterwards. I go, listen, this son of a bitch like everybody.
He's out of breath.
You should have saw me.
Sweating.
I'm the only one who hit him, and then I fell down. I was knocked out for a while. By the time I woke up, he was gone. But
Keep
hey,
him
I was
busy.
there.
I'm gonna go for help.
Yeah, who's gonna say anything? What, those dead guys back there? No, you know what I mean. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So yeah. So anyway, it's been a great week. That's what we got for you today here. Like I said, keep a lookout for the montage that's going to be added. Maybe I'll add it to this episode, if not the next one for sure. Also, I hope you guys enjoy the Night at the Roxbury movie poster that we did there. It's hilarious. I'll post that up as well. I'll put that on Twitter and all that so you guys can get a closer look at it. And like I said, if you want to see yourselves in one of these movie posters, shoot us a comment. Let me know what you want to see. Get me a picture of yourself on one of our social media platforms. I'll create it for you and send it to you.
Be great. Come on, man. Episode 17, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Irish Spaghetti saying goodbye, good night. Have a wonderful day.
Oh, wait. Last thing, real quick. Andrew Tate.
Oh my God! Free Andrew Tate. They extended his sentence another 30 days.
After those texts came out proving that he was framed and innocent, they have no fucking right to hold him anymore. They're cocksuckers for doing that shit. Again, sending our love and support to the Tate brothers. Free Andrew Tate, top G. I think he's going to get on the next one. No bullshit. Yeah. But at this point in time, more people need to be yelling and screaming. It's just fucking wrong. It's blatantly wrong.
Sick.
And letting the girls go, the assistants go, I mean, nice. That's what you should have done in the first place. But that's not a consolation for keeping the brother. That doesn't make it okay that you're keeping them.
They're holding them on no grounds.
Dude,
it's this craziest bullshit, thing. Man. And by the way, since they did hold him this long, and when it comes out that they've been held for bullshit, what happens then? What they just have to say, well, we tried to get you, but we couldn't. So goodbye.
Unbelievable,
That's
man.
What happens?
We shouldn't be letting this shit go. More people should be talking about this. More people should be speaking out.
Free Andrew Tate.
It's been an injustice the entire time, and now it's just fucking ridiculous at this point in time.
It really is.
You fucking Romanian douchebags out
bastards. You fucking bastards. Free Top G. You're almost as corrupt as America. It's disgusting.
Congratulations.
Free Top G. Free 'em.
Do the Ben Stiller with the arm open.